We are back in another game. In the blue, we have Jordan23 playing as the Huns, and his opponent going to be RVK Basher, also probably better known as Hassan. But still, this is awesome. I've got to say, the Voobly reset, lots of people don't agree with it. For those who don't know, all the ratings got reset, the ladders got redone. I think they've still got the ladders up in general there, so you can see what players did rank in at before the changes. But, saying that, the amount of activity we've had on Voobly over like the last 24 hours since it's been done has been absolutely amazing. I am loving it. The lobbies are actually, there's heaps of people playing. It's great. The amount of pro players playing is great. I've seen a few games from Chris, a few games from just heaps of people. It's amazing. I'm loving it. Anyway, let's have a look and actually get into this game before I go too far. Also, for the record, I've missed a few commentaries. One of them was because there was just Huns v Huns and nothing interesting. I was just not motivated to do one. The other thing is, it's been about 40 degrees plus every day so far, and to actually sit in a chair for long enough to do a commentary it's actually disgusting. I will say, I'm hoping this is going to be a quick one, just otherwise I will be stuck to the chair. So, we'll see how it goes. I think it was like 42 degrees today. But still, good pool weather. Anyway, game time, I reckon. We'll get away from all of this outside stuff. Let's have a look at Jordan's little area that he's got going on here. He has his gold on the front, which is okay. It's not too far away from the town center. Overlooking it, though, is this hill here, which means any push will be getting that hill bonus. So it could be annoying if Jordan tries to defend that. So in a way, he could build his wall off and barracks, particularly up the hill. Try and keep this top of the hill here under his control. Again, could wall off these areas here as well quite easily. Saying that as well, it does have a stone here on the left, and yeah, his base is actually really easy to wall, which is quite amazing, but it'll be interesting, because Jordan generally isn't a big waller, and if he is, he's usually a massive house waller. So, no houses for Huns means I don't think we'll see too much walling from him, and oh, isn't that polite, giving those sheep. That's so nice of him. A true gentleman player. There we go. Anyway, over for Hassan. How are we looking? Gold on the front as well. Same kind of deal with his hill out the front here. Another hill around his berries here. So this could be kind of annoying too. Again, anything pushing down from here and here is going to have the hill bonus. He does have a big open room in the back here though to boom, which is going to be really helpful. Especially if he ends up getting a wall off across here during late game to try and keep this whole area nice to prevent really Hussar raiding. That's going to be probably one of the biggest things that we see, and it's really easily just solved by a wall off. 22 up for Jordan, nothing special there. Basher going for 21, going to be a little bit quicker though, that's an interesting one. And naturally barracks coming down halfway towards feud, a little bit late, so putting an extra villager over there. And it looks like we're going to see scouts from him, forcing that scout cavalry there past the town center. So we've got a small wall off from Hassan right now. And look at that, Jordan is moving forward with some villagers right now. Doesn't even have a barracks up yet. Could see something interesting here, potentially. And we'll actually check and see if Hassan manages... Ooh, we were actually on him. See if Hassan manages to scout this. Yes, he's seen the foundation there. And that was really lucky, actually. I didn't know if he saw him all the way, but still, that's actually really lucky. And saying that, bit of scout combat. Barracks being thrown up. And then what are we going to move into? Archery range or scouts? Saying that, natural stable is already up for Hassan, and going straight to archery range here could be a bit of an issue, and the reason he brought this barracks forward, of course, was to get out this spearman, so he can build skirmishes without the threat of just being absolutely destroyed by scout cavalry. Tower going up in defense though by Hassan, always a pretty good idea, especially when your gold's on the front like this. Gonna need to be able to try and keep it as well defended as possible. Saying that though, Jordan attacking with his villagers here. That spear giving these scouts a bit of trouble here, trying to push them out, and that tower might not even go up. Skirmishers are out as well, more spears coming out as well, going to be able to defend with them. And it looks like he's going to grab one of these scouts here, going to grab one. It looks like that spear getting just beaten to death by everyone. Skirmishers naturally as well having that nice attack bonus versus spears. So it's actually quite close here. Jordan pushing really well. He's stopped this tower, which is absolutely amazing, but saying that, Hassan's about to get it up. Ooh, he might not. Oh, 94%. If he just runs in with his villager, he might... Oh, God, that tower's close. And it looks like he's bringing in a bunch of villagers now just to get that tower up. They are sitting under it at the moment, but... Oh, and he's going for the wall off around it. Is he going to get it? Nope, not going to get it in time. That tower is going up either way right now. And it looks like these units here will be in a little bit more trouble now. Losing a skirmisher there. Really delaying Hassan, though. This is actually going to really hurt his economy because, as we just saw, he just used a bunch of villagers there. Saying that as well, his economy at the moment, not the best. he's only got 25 food there, which means he doesn't have enough for another villager once this one decides to be created. And a tower going up here as well for Jordan. Gonna try and keep this area relatively well. Gonna keep this area relatively well locked down. It's probably the best way to put it. Saying that, he does have a stable back up at his base. Jordan, what is his plan now? Is he going scouts? No. Don't know exactly what he's going to be up to, actually. Saying that as well, this tower slowly taking down this barracks, of course, extremely slowly, being a tower. But still, once that fletching kicks in, he's probably going to be able to hit this tower here. So it's going to be to see who really gets the first smith up and go straight from there. Saying that, no smith yet from Jordan. Is taking stone though, so he's prepared to put up more towers. And there's that one there. Potentially going to see another one come up, probably in this corner here. And come on, go for the corner. No, not going to. Gonna put up a blacksmith. He does want to get that range upgrade. Really important that he does. Might be able to take out Hassan's tower when that happens. And of course, just waiting on resources. And there's that tower coming in the corner. That's the one I was speaking about. Perfect to see it there. Interesting that he hasn't gone for it yet, but then again, he's probably trying to constantly produce villagers and scouts to defend against his opponent's scouts right now. No upgrades for either player, only just starting to take gold now, so I've seen a real old school style play. I can remember when everyone just bunched in and just pretty much all in it with skirmishes, and if they built a scout, you were pretty much stuffed. Those were very interesting times. You'd forward probably on this hill here with about 2 archeries, build nothing but skirmishes and just win like that. How are we looking at here? It looks like, yep, Hassan is being pushed back here. Doesn't want to try and get in the way. It looks like he might be able to find these via scouting. And I think he's on the trail now. Yep, Jordan has seen them and he will be able to take them back before they do get too far back to base. And hopefully before these reinforcements get there. Saying that though, this tower here, really putting up a fight, making it a little bit harder for Hassan to manage to really push through here. And of course, just really delaying his lumber over here. He's going to force his opponent to put up another lumber camp, and it looks like he's taking this gold here. Might be forced to put up a lumber camp over in the back here as well. Saying that those scouts should have that +1 armor on the wall just about any time soon. Currently on 80%. How's that villager doing? Going to get out of there with 3 HP. And yep, there's that lumber camp that we were talking about there, going up in the back. How are we looking at skirmishes coming back to base by the looks of things? Archer range double stable from Jordan. That's an interesting one. Looks like this is going to be a massive feudal war here. And Hassan, probably not the best known for massive feudal wars. That's probably Slam, who's been playing with... And he's been playing with Slam a lot, so I think maybe a little bit of Slam kind of rubbed off on him. But we'll see how this goes. Could see if Basher... No, not going up to the next age. Good. And scouts there, they do have the +1 armor. They do have bloodlines as well, making them extremely deadly against archers and skirmishers at this point. Considering a skirmisher only has, what, 3 attack with fletching, and a scout has 3 armor. You can see just how dangerous they get, especially with bloodlines, 65 HP on that. They are absolutely ridiculous to try and kill off, and these scouts will probably be able to pretty much kill off this entire army here, especially now the fact they're getting that hill advantage. Spear is running in. Scouts not going to be exactly afraid of spears at this point anymore either. Once you get bloodlines and that +1 armor, it starts to get really a lot less scary up against spears, because we know a spear will keep an unupgraded scout away until there's about 3 of them. And after that point, once you get bloodlines, you can kind of 2, and you're not afraid really. You just need to be able to kill it before it does too much damage. That's the thing where really big numbers start to be important. Over in the back here, skirmishers and archers sitting on top of this hill. Pretty smart idea. Scout cavalry from Hassan, got the exact same upgrades as Jordan. Looks like the armor upgrade on the archers is going to go to Hassan in this one, so he's doing quite well there. And Hassan could actually be starting to get ready to up. He's got a lot of farms down, but of course he is producing scouts, which are 80 food apiece, which means they are quite expensive. How's Jordan doing on resource-wise? Double scouts, that's 160 food a pop, plus villagers. So he's really going to have a pretty mad eco to keep going at this point, especially if he wants to up. Because if he does up and he cuts scout production, he will just get overwhelmed by units, and that's really not what he can afford at this point. Still on that 2 archer range, considering he's got this 1 up on the front. Barracks up here can be a little bit annoying to get spears out, especially if he needs to defend at home. But that double stable is actually huge, and saying that is stop building scouts. Interested to see why, and this is actually one of the biggest feudal wars I have seen in a long time. Absolutely brilliant so far. Good micro from both players here, and these two towers here just annoying the hell out of both players by the looks of things. They are trying to just fight while keeping in range and of their tower and out of range of their opponent's tower as to gain the advantage here, especially with this hill here as well. Whoever controls the top of this hill is going to have a massive advantage. Still not producing any scouts. It looks like he's waiting to up right now. Hassan, not quite so much. Saying that though, Jordan does have quite a score lead right now. Most likely coming down to the fact that he's harassed his opponent's economy so well, whereas Hassan hasn't managed to really do anything. These towers have been absolutely horrible. And saying that, are they attacking each other yet? And it looks like that archer's actually stuck. Well, I guess that's one good thing that palisade's there for. Ooh, is he going to see that? Looks like he didn't, but it looks like Hassan did, so he's going to come back around. Sitting on top of the hill here, hoping these scouts will come through. And it looks like Hassan's actually going to move out across the map right now and try and do some damage to the eco. Saying that, Jordan's been on stone for quite a while, so he is actually able to get up some defensive towers, which is actually going to be massive against scouts. Because as we know, they do pick villagers off as they go to the town center really easily. Being able to garrison a few inside those watchtowers just makes it a little bit easier. This back though, eco is absolutely massive right now. They're doing such a good job up in the back here. This is what I was talking about before. And there's that wall off as well. So managing to do quite a good job there. And another defensive tower coming up here. This is starting to look quite in favor of Jordan, especially considering he just got in here and he's up on top of the hill as well. Ooh, he's got some skirmishes mixed in with that army there as well. This is actually massive if he manages to take this one. Going back up on top of this hill area, and I think Jordan's going to lose most of his forces here, but the amount of damage he's going to do is going to be absolutely massive. Saying that as well, I think Jordan is upping. Those skirmishes there actually might make for a little bit of a better fight here. Hassan still ages away from going up, whereas Jordan is in the zone right now. Could see knights from him with this double stable play, especially considering he's already got those armor upgrades. Did he get forging? Can't remember if he's got scouts anywhere on the map. Not that I can see. Saying that though, Hassan coming in, managing to get a few villager kills here actually. Can't believe we missed that. It must have been up over here while I was talking about these guys. But it looks like he got 1, 2, 3, 4 villager kills there and lost 4 scouts. That's a pretty even trade, but considering they're villagers and Jordan wanted to up, not really the best thing that can happen for Jordan. So for Hassan, that's kind of a good thing. But once Jordan ups, Hassan's going to be fighting from behind here. He's just going to have to hold out until he does manage to advance. Saying that he's going to be able to, yes, going up now. But the question is, will he be able to hold out? That's really the big thing right now. Knights queued for Jordan. Are we seeing the extra armor? We are seeing the extra armor. There is a siege workshop coming up on top of the hill here. And it looks like Jordan is in it to win it right now. He is going to push absolute for that town center. Not putting any up of his own, so going for that one town center kind of power style, which is pretty much, I think he's probably one of the people who really helped develop that style, especially just one town center full cavalry archer. Actually going for a monastery as well. Kind of an interesting choice, but of course if his opponent does decide to go for knights, going to be good to be able to convert some of them really quickly. Mangonel is already on its way out, so he will be able to kill off these archers fairly efficiently. And of course, if Hassan does want to run in with knights, we'll be able to convert them. So, looking pretty good. 4 knights on their way up, another 3 here. 2 armor on them already, well, the +2 armor on them. This is not looking good for Hassan right now. He's currently down by 500 points. Keep in mind, though, he is advancing right now, and it looks like this watchtower here will be killed off quite quickly. Repairing that mangonel, because of course it's not something you want to lose, and actually managing to lose it there, that's not good. And that villager there going to just get killed off. More knights running in, and there's Hassan up into the next stage. Is he going to go for knights, or is he going for crossbows? Thumbring already on the way. Thumbring a really important upgrade to be getting. And here come the spears. Doing quite a good job, but again under the town center, going to be a pretty good advantage there for Jordan, considering he's forced all of the villagers inside Hassan's town center. But Hassan as well, getting some extra knight kills here. And those crossbows, no bodkin yet, still on the way. It looks like those knights slowly starting to take a bit of damage. Monks are out, going to be able to use them to heal up his knights. And it looks like that mangonel will be able to push forward onto the town center now with that 7 range, going to be able to outrange and hopefully force an engagement from Hassan right now, which is going to be the big thing. He's really going to have to use these mangonels to start forcing engagements. Good split there, just in case. Managing to get that 1 spear though, and potentially that villager next as well. Nope, going to try and bust through the wall over here. Probably a smart plan. How are we looking? And in comes that knight that we were talking about. Going to be able to try and convert that with the monk by the looks of things. Oh, and he managed to get it. That's actually a huge advantage there. And there's the cavalry archers from Hassan. Put up the market. He hasn't put up any more town centers, so we're really seeing a low eco game for most players right now. And I think this might be it right now, actually. I don't see how Hassan's going to be able to come back from this one. He's locked in his base right now. He doesn't have a lot of resources available. He's running out of gold. He's only got 70 gold left on that pile, actually. He's going to have to come forward and take this one. Saying that, though, has gone over to the side here, but if Jordan finds that, it's not going to be good. These 3 knights just still hanging out here. I don't know if Jordan has them just for defense or what, but could just have forgotten that he had them there. Moving forward with the mangonels. Losing 1. Potentially going to get a massive hit on these crossbows, though. Ooh, gonna have to see if he gets 1 good. Come on, turn around, shoot! No, bugger. Looks like he is actually game to fight onto the town center here, which is kind of interesting. Generally, people avoid the town center unless you have enough knights to actually break it. But in this case, it looks like he's just completely willing to fight under it. Even though, I guess he knows as well he's forcing Hassan's eco in, and at the moment, Jordan's just eco is absolutely steamrolling Hassan right now. Currently in front by 900 points. And it looks like this might actually be it for Hassan. He's run out of gold here. He's got idle villagers in the back. No villagers farming. Let's actually check on Jordan's resources. Keeping them fairly low, 80 population. Hassan only on 54 population now. That hurts. That really hurts. These knights have kind of just got free reign of the base at the moment. Cavalry archers naturally doing alright, but knights, as we know, you need that critical mass of cavalry archers before you can really start taking on knights. Getting them healed up as well with these monks. Gonna be those monks playing an absolutely brilliant supporting role here. Looks like all the farmers have gone back out, but for how long? 1,200 points in favor of Jordan right now. And cavalry archers coming around the side here to be immediately ambushed by knights. And I think we might see Hassan calling the GG any second here. Did get some good positioning here though, but those knights at the moment, they're just... it's just not possible. There's just too many. They're streaming in from across the map. And if he remembers these 3 here, it's obviously going to be even better. But still... probably trying to manage most of his eco right now. Probably jumping between his base and this one, so might not be the easiest way to just check the map all the time. Are we looking gonna potentially get one of these villages? Maybe some of the ones on the stone back over here. I wonder if Jordan will actually notice this hole in the wall. Hasn't noticed it, but as soon as he does, I guess he's gonna figure that his opponent's gone out to get gold. And knights again continually pushing. And there's a GG from Hassan. He knows he can't hold this. His eco is just destroyed at the moment. Wasn't a lot he could do. There was a knight in the back here. Not really a lot they could do from there. Town center up. Jordan going up to his 2 town centers. 3 town centers as well. So his eco was on perfect track. And Hassan was just too far behind at this point to be able to come back. 1,700 points in favor of Jordan. So I hope you enjoyed it. I always love seeing a big feudal war. And I'm sure lots of people do. Even though it's Huns v Huns. Feudal wars generally go the same with most kind of civs anyway. So hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next one.